Okay, so Jean Trébuchet from Solidarité et Progrès France. I have two questions, one for... Okay. So I have two questions, one for Mr. Larouche and one for Bruce Fein. The first one is, according to a point that was raised by Mr. Benediktov this morning, he said that we have to put some thermonuclear weapons in the space for being protected. And even if regarding to the asteroid threat, and maybe we have no choice, but it was, I found it a little disturbing. Especially because if we don't kick out all the imperial people before this project is built, they will want to take control of it. And so I want to know if you have some elements of how we can secure at the maximum this issue. And a question for Mr. Fein. I hope it will be taken as a quite provocative question. It's according to the transatlantic treaty that is on the pipe between Europe and the United States and also the American continent. For you, what is the worst? It is too strong government or too strong governance?
Well, first of all, it's very simple. We have no enemies as such on these human enemies on these planets that we know of. And we don't know of any reason why people like that could exist on those planets. If you want to try to understand what for the gravitational and other forces that exist on these various places, you don't want to go there. And you don't believe that anybody you want to meet with is there. It's not a problem. There is no such danger. We have to prepare to defend the human species. That's what we have to defend. But the point is, you can't defend the human species if you don't have a qualified unity of the human species. And it means you have to have a commitment to understanding how to organize a human population which may be divided among different nationalities or similar kinds of or religious differences and so forth. So you have, that's your unity. Those are the people, that's what you defend. Because that's what you know. You know you must defend it, and if it's threatened, you must defend it. And it's a matter of scientific work, and we know a lot more than we did years ago about what this problem is. We're learning all the time. We have, for example, we have a relationship with Russia, which is very relevant in this case. Russia, I invented SDI. The Russians invented SDE. They're the same thing. Because the issue is not defense for killing people. It's defense of humanity as such. And so there is no problem in that nature. We have to use whatever means we can to defend the human species. In the first place, we have to start is they shouldn't kill each other.
I was asked whether the problem with any European and United States treaties or commitments was too strong government or too strong governance. My response is both. It's both too strong governance as well as too strong government. I say, we properly understand civilization. What are then the limited purposes of government? They're to prevent private predation, stealing personal property, killing, maiming others, and providing a rule of law so that you can enforce your rights without resorting to self-help, vigilante justice. But that's basically the end. You know, the purpose of government isn't to go abroad in search of monsters to destroy or to develop some kind of hierarchy of achievement as a nation so that you're ranked like football teams or whatever. And we have vastly too much governance, as well as too strong government, for those very narrow, limited purposes. And they're largely because the leaders have an interest, an ulterior motive, in deceiving the people in thinking that the nation has interests superior to the individual interests and goals of society and the individuals in pursuing their ambitions. Oh, we need to go to XYZ. We need to occupy the South China Sea or pivot to Asia or whatever. The United States is the most egregious example of that at present, because we are the empire that formerly was occupied by the Roman Empire and the Ottoman Empire and British empires and others. So the answer is too much governance and too strong government, both.